Why you must clean these body areas daily, especially after 70. You may brush your teeth twice a day, wash your hands carefully, and shower regularly. But are you sure you're cleaning the areas that matter most once you're over 70? Most of us think, as long as we're clean, that's enough. But after 70, clean isn't as simple as it used to be. At this age, skin becomes thinner, immunity weaker, and blood circulation slower. A small scratch, a damp fold of skin, or a forgotten area can turn into the perfect home for bacteria, yeast, or even infections that lead to sepsis. According to research from the U.S. National Institute on Aging, more than 40% of skin infections in older adults come from poor hygiene habits, especially in areas people tend to overlook. And no, these areas aren't your hands, face, or feet. They are 7 hidden spots that, if neglected, will eventually send you warning signs like persistent itching, unpleasant odors, rough, discolored skin, or worse, infections requiring long courses of antibiotics. Did you know? Many seniors are hospitalized every year because a skin infection spread from one small neglected area, often left uncleaned for weeks or months. The problem is, these areas are sensitive. Many older adults feel embarrassed to bring them up with their doctor, so they suffer in silence. But today, you don't have to worry anymore. In this video, we'll uncover the most at-risk body areas if you don't clean them daily. The medical reasons why these spots become dangerous after 70, and most importantly, how to clean them safely, effectively, and gently for aging, sensitive skin. And if you live alone, or if you're caring for an aging parent or grandparent, this video may not only prevent infections, but also save you thousands in unnecessary medical costs down the road. Your feet, the no-go zone of aging. Here's a surprising fact. More than 50% of skin infections in older adults start in the feet. But why? Because your feet are the farthest from reach, the hardest to see, the hardest to bend down to, and often the most neglected part of daily hygiene. Hidden dangers of neglecting your feet. Athlete's foot, fungal infection. Thrives if you don't dry thoroughly after bathing. Cracked heels and calluses, painful and create entry points for bacteria. Loss of sensation from diabetes. You may not notice a small cut turning into an infection. Thickened or deformed toenails. Cause discomfort when walking and increase fall risk. Remember, even a tiny scratch on your foot can become a serious infection, one that threatens your life. How to properly clean and care for your feet. Wash with warm water and mild soap every evening, even if you only wore slippers indoors. Use a clean towel to dry carefully between every toe. Moisturize your heels daily to prevent cracks. Choose fragrance-free, gentle creams. Check your toenails weekly. If they're thick, yellow, or curling, visit a foot specialist, podiatrist. Never walk barefoot, not even at home. You could step on something sharp without realizing it. Did you know? A U.S. study found that adults over 70 who practiced daily foot care stayed independent and mobile 3 to 5 years longer than those who didn't. If you found this information helpful, hit subscribe to keep receiving simple, science-based, and practical health tips for seniors. Your belly button and skin folds, the overlooked danger zones. Have you ever thought that your belly button, that tiny little scar on your body, could be home to millions of bacteria? And did you know that skin folds, under the breasts, around the neck, belly, armpits, and even between the fingers, are dark and damp zones where fungi and bacteria thrive, causing odor and skin infections. Why is this dangerous? The belly button is a closed pocket with little airflow. Sweat, dirt, dead skin, and even leftover soap can build up. Without regular cleaning, it can lead to foul odor, pus, infections, and in rare cases, even sepsis. Skin folds are especially risky in those who are overweight, have belly fat, or wrinkled skin. Constant moisture and friction can trigger oozing rashes, candida yeast infections, and even open sores. How to clean properly. Belly button. Use a cotton swab dipped in warm water or saline solution to gently wipe inside once a day. Then dry with a soft towel. Skin folds. Always dry thoroughly after bathing, especially under the breasts, belly, neck, groin, and between fingers. Place a thin cotton cloth in the fold if the area stays too moist. You may use fragrance-free baby powder to keep the skin dry, but avoid overuse. Check regularly for redness, blisters, or unusual odor. A geriatric physician once shared, "I treated a 75-year-old woman who developed sepsis simply because she hadn't cleaned her belly button in months." Our bodies never self-clean, especially after age 70. Cleaning your belly button and skin folds is not a small matter. It's an action that helps you avoid hospitalization, reduce the need for antibiotics, and keep your body fresh, comfortable, and confident. And now, we move on to the third critical body area, the one most people are embarrassed to mention, but which can cause the most serious consequences if ignored. Genital and anal area. Don't neglect it. Just because it's sensitive. For younger people, intimate hygiene is often discussed. But after 70, this is no longer just about cleanliness. It's about survival. Why? After 70, the skin in these areas becomes thinner and more fragile. For women, the loss of estrogen after menopause leads to dryness, irritation, and a higher risk of infections if not cared for gently. For men, incontinence, prostate enlargement, and dribbling after urination can leave the genital area damp for long periods, the perfect breeding ground for bacteria. On top of that, many older adults struggle with flexibility, making it harder to clean the anal area thoroughly, which increases the risk of rashes, fissures, or even upward infections. How to clean properly. Wash daily with warm water. Avoid harsh foaming soaps. Use a gentle spray nozzle or a soft cloth. Never scrub harshly. It can damage fragile skin. Always wipe front to back for women to avoid spreading bacteria from the anus to the urinary tract. Pat dry with a soft towel after cleaning. Don't leave the area damp. For incontinence, use high absorbency pads or briefs. Change them often and clean carefully after each change. Gentle reminder. Intimate health does not define your age. It reflects how well you respect and care for yourself. Now is the perfect time to subscribe if you find this knowledge practical and helpful. Share it with someone you love, because so many older adults silently endure these taboo issues, believing they're just a normal part of aging. Coming up next, we'll uncover one of the most common mistakes that causes seniors to feel self-conscious about body odor, and the simple solutions you can start today. Body odor in old age, more than just the smell of aging. Have you ever noticed that, even after showering and changing clothes daily, there's still a faint odor that lingers on older adults? This isn't from poor hygiene, it's a real biological phenomenon. What does science say causes this aging odor? After age 60, the body produces a compound called 2-nonenal, the main source of the distinct elderly smell. Oil production in the skin decreases, the skin becomes drier, and changes in natural bacteria disrupt how oils and dead skin cells break down, leading to unpleasant odors. Sweat production drops compared to younger years, but it contains more ammonia, especially if you don't eat enough vegetables or drink enough water. Areas like the back of the neck, behind the ears, underarms, groin, and back tend to trap odor. And they're also the hardest to clean thoroughly as mobility declines with age. Simple but effective solutions. Shower more thoroughly, especially behind the neck, ears, and back. Use a long-handled brush or ask for help if needed. Use mild cleansing soaps with gentle antibacterial ingredients like tea tree oil or chlorhexidine with your doctor's approval. Wear breathable cotton clothing and wash it often. Increase vegetables and stay hydrated. This helps your liver and kidneys flush toxins, reducing odor from the inside out. Change bed sheets and pillowcases weekly. Sweat and dead skin cells build up there more than you think. Wash shoes and socks regularly. Many strong odors actually start with the feet. A gentle reminder. Body odor does not define who you are, but caring for yourself with intention is a way to show love for yourself and respect for those around you. How to self-check your personal hygiene. After 70, many older adults think, I still shower every day, I'm fine. But sometimes you can't smell yourself because your nose gets used to your own body odor. That's why geriatric doctors in the US recommend these 4 simple self-check tips. 1. Check your clothing and bedding. Look at the inside of your shirt collar, pillowcases, or hats. If the fabric is turning yellow, has an odor, or shows greasy marks, it means you need to pay more attention to your scalp and the back of your neck. 2. Use an unscented wet wipe test. Wipe areas like your lower belly, armpits, or belly button. If the wipe changes color or has an unusual odor, it's a clear sign you need to improve hygiene in that area. 3. Use a mirror for hard-to-see spots. Check your heels, toes, buttock crease, under the breasts, or other skin folds. These areas often trap sweat, bacteria, and dead skin cells. 4. Watch how others react. Children don't lie. If your grandchild avoids hugging you, or if a family member gently says, "Let me wash that for you," take it as a kind reminder. This isn't about shame. It's about taking better, more proactive care of yourself. Dignity begins with what you don't see. There are things that, if you don't clean, no one will tell you, but they will quietly avoid you. And the worst part is, you won't even know why. You may still be in good health, mentally sharp, cooking your own meals and shopping for yourself. But just one part of the body, forgotten day after day, can make others hesitate to come close. That's not your fault. But now you know, and you can do better, starting today. Because self-care is an act of self-love. Because keeping your body clean is also your way of saying to the world, I'm still here, I am still living with dignity, and I am worthy of respect. After 70, you don't need to try to be younger. But you do deserve to live clean, comfortable, and confident every single day. Cleanliness isn't about earning compliments. It isn't about saving face in front of others. It's about something far more important, that you still feel in control of your body and in charge of your own life. Many older men and women have whispered, as long as I feel clean and fresh, I feel happier, more alive, better than any medicine could make me feel. So, whether you live alone or have a caregiver, whether you walk quickly or move more slowly now, whether you're 70 or 90, never give up the right to feel clean, comfortable, and confident in your own body. If this video made you smile or helped you feel understood, hit subscribe to keep receiving insights from a medical perspective, shared with compassion, made especially for older adults. Thank you for listening.